Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Quick Break Games, and welcome to a new LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga video. I thought it'd be fun to do a little comparison here of the Battle of the Heroes, the Obi-Wan versus Anakin fight on Mustafar from the ending of Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. And we're going to be doing a little comparison of the 2007 version from LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga, which that level was called Darth Vader. And then we're comparing it here with the 2022 version here in LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, which is called The High Ground. And so here you can see the 2007 opening cutscene. You can kind of see how much different the cutscenes are. Obviously, there's a big difference because of the voice acting being added to the new game. But yeah, so I considered adding in also the 2005 LEGO Star Wars The video game version as well, but it is very similar to the Complete Saga, so I thought we'd just stick to this 2007 and 2022 because, you know, those are the games that most people have played. And so here you can see this little hallway section here where we're kind of battling Anakin, and we can kind of compare that to the hallway in the 2007 version, which was the dreaded part of the level where you have to kind of hop over all of these obstacles as the floor is kind of collapsing underneath you. Here it is. And this part actually took me a couple tries when I went back to record this video because it's kind of tricky. The platforms kind of go away pretty fast. You kind of have to know where you're going, and you can't exactly see too far ahead of you either, so it's a little bit tricky. Then you get to this sort of control room here, and of course in the movie they do a pretty epic duel here using their force powers and everything. And then eventually after you do the duel, he exits out the right side of the room there, and here we can compare it to the 2007 version, which I kind of liked this, how it gave you a timer and you had to put up these different support beams, and that actually increased your timer. That was actually a pretty cool mechanic that they never used in any other level, so pretty unique. So here in the 2022 version, this is how you escape the level. You use C-3PO to hack this little panel, and then you go over to the door and you do the little lightsaber mechanic where you stab the door. You have to draw a little square through the door, and then it opens it up. And we can kind of compare that to the 2007 version here, where we kind of go over and there's a few obstacles. These little support beams in our way, and we have to use the force to get them out of the way. I think there's, yeah, it looks like there's a total of 4 of them. And then once you move all of them out of the way, then both characters have to use the force to actually open the door. So it's a little bit different. This room is definitely a lot different because, you know, you're not fighting each other in the Complete Saga version like you are in the 2022 version here. And so here we have, once we head outside to sort of the outdoor area of Mustafar here, we have a little bit of a duel on this ledge where you have to mash the attack button. It's X here on Xbox. But then once you do that, you kind of go out to the little beams, and they continue their duel there. And we can kind of compare that to the 2007 version, where it's pretty much just a cutscene for the most part. You know, I do like this cutscene. It's pretty classic. You have the moment where, I think, who is it? Somebody, doesn't Obi-Wan or somebody like hit them in the butt? Yeah, here it is. Obi-Wan just this lightsaber slices Anakin right in the butt. That's pretty funny. And then they fall over down on the platform. And so now we can compare that to what happens in the Skywalker Saga, where we continue the duel here, and Anakin has another health bar that you have to take down. And so basically how this level works is Anakin has several health bars that you need to take out, and usually after you take out each health bar, there's some sort of a quick time event or something to separate it. And here in the Complete Saga, you can see they go up on this platform, and we have this epic cutscene here. Look at the animation work here. It was really good back in 07, or I guess originally that was in 05, where they were doing that lightsaber duel. And here we can compare it to the Skywalker Saga, where they get off that platform and they head down towards the lava, where we're getting close to where they have their final duel. And we compare that here to 2007, where instead of fighting, you're just kind of doing this platforming here. And this is a pretty fun platforming section. You have to be quick. You know, the platforms don't last forever. And you have to eventually get to this huge platform, which kind of slowly falls down to the final battle zone. And so here we compare that to the Skywalker Saga, where you get on these moving platforms, which is much more accurate to the movie. I wish there was like a little bit of a duel as you're you know, moving along these platforms like the movie, but they kind of wait until you come to a stopping point here. And this is where the rest of the duel takes place. Then here we have the actual duel here in the Complete Saga, where it actually pits you versus you know, your co-op partner if you're playing co-op, which was a pretty unique feature where you're fighting each other. You know, throughout the whole game you're doing co-op, and then it kind of becomes sort of a competitive mode almost during this final duel. And here we have the final battle here in the Skywalker Saga, And it's kind of separated by a few different things, like you have to go off and play as C-3PO and R2-D2, I think, during the fight, which is a little bit different. And here we have this final little button mash session here, and here we can compare the final cutscenes here. There is the 2007 cutscene where dude, Anakin just gets sliced up. And then here in the Skywalker Saga, here we have where Anakin, or Obi-Wan, gets the high ground. And it actually doesn't really show him get sliced up like it did in the Complete Saga. You can see here, it just kind of shows like Obi-Wan just kind of waving his lightsaber up in the air. And then you just see Anakin kind of fall over towards the lava. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this level comparison. So if you want to see more comparisons, I have done the same thing for the hub world. So I've compared Dexter's Diner from the original LEGO Star Wars to the new game, and I've done the Mos Eisley Cantina. So I've done a few different things here on the channel, so definitely check those out if you like that. If you want to see more level comparisons like this, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, like this video if you enjoyed it, dislike it if not, subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you guys next time here on Quick Break Games.